After this injured dog was rejected by her owner, a kind-hearted cop refused to give up on her. Daisy the dog had experienced little love in her short life, having been rejected several times. Now she'd been left to fend for herself, sporting an injured leg that could barely support her weight. Despite being towards the start of her young life, Daisy had already experienced a lot of turmoil and cruelty. The boxer pit bull mongrel had been discarded by no fewer than 3 previous owners that rejected her, and her 4th was equally dismissive. They had just left her to fend for herself. Dogs are reckoned by experts to have the emotional age of a 2 or 2.5-year-old child, according to Psychology Today magazine. Furthermore, they're social animals and have a much better quality of life when they're not alone. Unfortunately, by August 2017, what she had experienced was apathy and neglect. That was how Daisy came to be in a park in Bloomington, Indiana. The dog's struggle for survival, and no doubt her search for food, led her there, but it was as far as she could go. Daisy had collapsed in the park and couldn't get back to her feet again. Thankfully, she was spotted by passers-by who showed more concern for her than her last owner had. Animal-loving officer Jeff Ripley answered the call, and to see Daisy in such a state was doubtless tremendously upsetting to him. Not only was the mongrel malnourished, she also had several other health problems. Whatever had happened to Daisy had left her scratched and burned, but perhaps the most obvious damage was her leg. Not only did the poor pup's rear left limb hinder her walking, but it would barely take her weight. After a thorough examination, Daisy's doctor revealed the extent of her wounds. The dog had suffered from both a torn meniscus and ACL, and to make matters worse, because the injury had gone untreated, the poor pup also had a dislocated kneecap. Moreover, the vet concluded it likely is that one of her owners had tormented Daisy. In addition to uncovering the troubling evidence of the dog's difficult past, the medic also discovered she was microchipped. While the lucky pup's vet treated her surface wounds, Ripley contacted Daisy's 4th most recent human. They explained how Daisy's injuries were the result of a car colliding with her several months earlier. That saddening news was all Ripley and his then-fiancée, now wife, Rosie Alberg, needed to make up their minds. They'd already fallen for Daisy's charms, and they decided to offer her a home themselves. Jeff has a big heart for animals, Rosie said. We really wanted to give this dog a chance to know love and what a good home is. The catch was that the Ripleys were hosting quite a few rescue animals already. To be more specific, their household already had 2 cats and a dog. How would Daisy respond to them? As it turned out, the couple needn't have worried. There was only one problem that remained, but it was a big one: the matter of Daisy's medical treatment. Although the cost was high, the Ripleys knew Daisy was worth every penny. Rosie laid bare the situation on a GoFundMe page. Little Daisy came into our lives completely unexpectedly, she wrote, and unfortunately her medical needs are just not in our budget. Not only was the surgery necessary, but it was the best option to treat Daisy's injury. Since we've had her, she's been on meds to manage her pain and keep her happy, Rosie revealed. But what she really needs is surgery to repair her injuries. Because of Daisy's genetics, she is predisposed to leg injuries. As a result, amputation wasn't a viable option. Should she suffer another similar trauma in the future, Daisy would face an uncertain fate. The Ripleys set their goal at $2,500, and fortunately, kind-hearted donors helped them smash their target. In 13 months, the generous well-wishers offered up a massive $3,660. Since moving in with her new humans, Daisy has been recovering nicely. She's lived with us for a few weeks now and really is an amazing dog, Rosie wrote back in August of 2017. She's made a lot of progress with us in a very short time. There's been no official word on how Daisy's operation went. However, a social media update on June 6, 2018 indicated she's doing just fine. The caption showed arresting Daisy with a short description.